call Alex Rowley to be followed by Jim Eadie.
Thank you, Presiding Officer, and I would also thank Drew Smith for securing this debate tonight, and I would also acknowledge and thank the Scottish Government for the actions that they have taken to date on this issue. I think in order to achieve a two-state solution, there has to be a political will in Gaza and in Israel, and I'm not sure that that political will exists at the present time, and that's why I think it is important that this Parliament and parliaments across Europe have these discussions, have these debates, and look at how we can bring in Europe together, use Europe to be able to put the types of pressure on that need to be put on to bring about a long-term sustainable solution to what is an unacceptable situation that's been ongoing for some 40-odd years. I would want to condemn the rockets that come out of Gaza aimed at Israel. I would want to also condemn the bombs, the bullets and the missiles that are raining down on innocent men, women and children in Gaza. And I think we need to speak out very loudly. The Save the Children sent us out a briefing, and it's worth, I think, reiterating the point that they make. 456 Palestinian children have lost their lives in this current conflict. Over two-thirds are 12 years old or younger. Where else in the world would this be happening, where you have a government that is indiscriminately killing innocent children, and it would be allowed to happen? And that's why it's so important that this Parliament speaks out, because we've got to, regardless of the rights and the wrongs of the political conflict that's there, it could be never right any place in the world for children to be killed in this way that we have been seeing on our television sets. So we have to send that message, and send that message loudly and clearly. And I hope that parliaments across Europe will look at how we can start to come together to actually do something to try and bring a stop to a situation that's unacceptable. We also need to look at removing any arms licences that are granted to British companies, because we should be making clear, not in our name, not a missile, not a bomb, not a bullet that's been produced in this country will be used in this type of conflict by the Israeli government, and we've got to take that action. Amnesty International pointed out that last year the UK sold £6.3 million worth of arms to Israel, not in our name. We've got to be calling unitedly from this Parliament to stop that. And finally, Presiding Officer, we also need to look at the UN investigating whether war crimes have taken place in Gaza on either side, and we've got to be calling for that investigation. And if it is shown to be the case that war crimes have taken place, then we need to take and support the UN to take the necessary action to bring those who have committed these war crimes to justice. It cannot be right in any country, any place in the world. And if it was happening any place in the world, we would be speaking out. And if we allow this to happen and allow this to continue, then the world will be a much worse place. So I hope that we do unite together, we do see the strengths that we can have through Europe, and work together to bring an end to this.